Hello everybody, Naughty Nana Does. How is everybody doing on this beautiful fall hump day? I hope everybody's doing good. I am. I've got a few things I want to talk about on my little rant here. The good, the bad, the ugly, ugly, ugly. Yeah. So the good is Canada, Manitoba, it's the province over from mine, just elected an Indigenous premier. That's right. She's like a governor in the States. So we got our first Indigenous premier, and I think he's going to do a lot of good. He sees the downside. He's lived the downside. He's never wasn't a silver spoon baby, that's for sure, like most of them. But yeah, our first Indigenous premier. It's pretty awesome. He wants to do a lot more about health care because the last fella seemed to run off all our doctors and nurses out there. So health care is a bit of a nightmare in Manitoba. So this fella wants to fix all that. So that's a good thing. Another good thing is we just got our first black Speaker of the House. That's right. Now in Canada, our Speaker of the House doesn't really run with any party. He's basically the law and order in the House of Commons. Still wears the robes and all that stuff. It's pretty cool. So yeah, we've got our first black Speaker of the House. And did you notice when our guys get caught, they put in the resignation letter with a big apology saying they're sorry, and they step down. Figure that one out, right? So that's the good. Now the bad is Mr. McCarthy got his ass kicked by his little monsters. That's right. Dr. Frankenstein, Kevin McCarthy, gave everything that those rotten, horrible people wanted just so he could get that gavel. 263 days later, they shoved it up his ass, basically. So yeah, Kevin, good riddance to bad rubbish. You were a liar. People tried to help you, like the Democrats. You turned their back on them and you lied. You turned your back on your president, and yes, he is your president. He's the president of everybody in the United States. Even that last one was supposed to be, but we know how that worked. But he's a total exception. But yeah, so he turned his back. He signed a deal with the President of the United States, shook hands. Budget was all done in April. And then his monsters got in there. Nope, got to take that out. I'm not voting for that. Nope, you got to take that out. I'm not voting for that. We're not going to help people of Ukraine that are dying and getting blown up. They're an allied country that they would certainly drop everything they could for North America if they could. So yeah, good riddance to bad rubbish, Dr. Frankenstein. You made the monsters and they turned on you. Now, one of the uglies is Jim Jordan has now thrown his hat in. I just heard that like 20 minutes ago. Jim Jordan has thrown his hat into the ring to be Speaker of the House. What a shit show that's going to be. Can you imagine Jim Bag jockstrap up there? Ooh. That's the ugly. That's what that is. That's just horrible. Imagine him. Holy, what a shit show. It's going to be a shit show, folks. So I hope everybody goes. They're all saying, oh, but he's a good leader. He's a good leader. Is he really? He's never passed a bill the whole time he's been there. He's tried to sponsor a bunch of bullshit, but that never went through. And he never passed the bar either, so there you go. Just saying. And now, one other really ugly thing. I heard a lot of these pundits and news people going on about Nancy Pelosi and calling her almost down to the lowest, saying she just didn't think it was worth it, so she didn't bother to show up for that vote yesterday and all the rest of the stuff. Do you know where Nancy Pelosi was yesterday? Well, 3 days ago, she left Andrews Air Force Base. Come on, Viv. With Dianne Feinstein's body. She accompanied the body home to California to hand it over to the family. And she was at Dianne Feinstein's funeral yesterday. Didn't get much coverage on that because this mainstream media now is starting to drive me a little mental because it's all, oh, it's the Democrats. Never mind that shit that's going on there. You know he was going to get voted out. You could have the little side screen there. But how about talking about Dianne Feinstein's funeral? She did a lot of good in all those years, you know. Last couple weren't so great, but she did a lot. But anyway, yeah, that's the ugly. So, just pissed me off a little bit when they said, oh, she didn't think to care to show up to vote. You know that's horseshit, right? Anyway, Naughty Nana loves you. Be good to you so you can be good to others. I'm going to turn this around because Vivi's going for a haircut today, and I'll show you what a mess she is right now. She's a friggin' rectangle right now. No dog should be a rectangle. They should have some shape. There's my Viz. Look at that shaggy monster. Vivi, eh? Dizzy, look at mommy. Look at mommy. Ooh, dirty face. She's been rolling in the leaves. Anyway, Nana loves you. Be good, be safe, take care of you, and I'll talk to you later this afternoon. Be good to you. Don't forget to subscribe.